Wise Brain Vision and Optical Services. Omo ohwehwe omo a wonsa ebeka omo ewo eho ennomo. Mayendi kan na yenhwe ye story a edi kan. Enra minim se otete de ko ye nyina efa OSP and afi so Mr. Ken Ofori Atta issues no. Akwa and assign ababium. Mijiri say waken kind de ko ye nyina. But ye bedi hun komo anopei na yahwe senior niema esi eko. Maminchia zika didi kan na fe memfa de aka nyina ento asoma zika bia bokọ de
Nyakopa adum bibia bokọ boss
there this was say bibia bokọ
many bre atade pa
uhun sa mefem bia
many bre pa
mefem bia
ma
mate yanko na fe yanko share video no press conference owura OSP chief na emu ade etudwa efa owura Ken Ofori Atta hono and press conference no no. Yanko Shebi, na fe yembra back here.
This much is clear. Since 24 January 2025 till date, Mr. Ofori Atta has failed to show any medical report. I underline, he has failed to show any medical report which suggests that he is a travel risk and unable to return to the jurisdiction by reason of his medical condition. It has all been his say-so. His singular say-so. Therefore, the OSP views Mr. Ofori Atta's lawyer's letter dated 28 May 2025 as an expression of utter bad faith on the part of Mr. Ofori Atta, and it confirms our long-held, well-considered opinion and conclusion that Mr. Ofori Atta has no intention of voluntarily returning to the jurisdiction and to attend the OSP. Further, this office is unaware of his purported information to the court, whether orally or by file processes, of the alleged change in his circumstances. Today is Monday, 2 June 2025. It is more than 3 hours past the scheduled time of Mr. Ofori Atta's attendance at the OSP, and Mr. Ofori Atta failed to attend the OSP today. Mr. Ofori Atta's conduct is totally unacceptable and a baleful spite at law enforcement and criminal investigations. It ends here. It ends today. We will no longer accommodate him. Consequently, the OSP redeclares that Mr. Ofori Atta is a wanted person and a fugitive from justice. His name is hereby re-entered on the OSP's list of wanted persons. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure Mr. Ofori Atta's return to the jurisdiction and to answer to the criminal inquiry.
Okay, enti owura kisi jaben na yete nenka sisia se ode ensemi nyina no etudwa no mame ko ahoma no so na mene anti-corruption campaigner owura Vitus Azim endi nkomo emfa issue a owura kisi jaben de atu edwa enra ayedi hu abobo no. Good morning, sir, and how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Thank God. Now let's touch on the issues Kisi Ejabeng, the special prosecutor, has raised concerning Ken Ofori Atta. People have said that Kisi Ejabeng is being too harsh on Ken Ofori Atta. Is that the case?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's being too harsh on him.
Okay.
There was an agreement as far back as February, 3 months down the line, that by the end of May, his health situation would have been improved, and so he will be able to appear in person before the special prosecutor. Now, if there were changes along the line, Ken or his lawyers needed to inform the special prosecutor early enough for the special prosecutor to be able to take a decision as to whether to grant the extension or not. And taking that decision would probably involve investigating into the genuineness of his claim, which, as he's outside the country, that could take some time. He may talk to our embassy there or some other sources to confirm. But if you don't do that, then you don't give the special prosecutor enough time to decide whether to grant your extension or not. And I think that's the situation in this case.
So the fact that the lawyers did not do it as scheduled or probably earlier before Kisi Ejabi or the OSP coming out to deal with that, does it still give the special prosecutor that opportunity, that space, that room to re-declare our former finance minister a fugitive again?
Well, I am not a lawyer, but I think that the special prosecutor is not satisfied with what the lawyers are saying, and that's why he decided to go that way. Of course, I know that some people have reservations about the special prosecutor's way of doing things, his press conferences. But that's his view, and I think there's no law that bars him from holding press conferences to tell the Ghanaian public how he's handling some cases. Some cases are high-profile cases. Everybody in Ghana knows about Ken Ofori as a finance minister. Some of us have suffered from his policies, his haircuts, and all that, and the economic mess that this country was plunged into. So it's a high-profile case, and he may decide to approach it this way, so that people will not come and say, "Oh, he's just trying to, it's a political, he's just harassing the people of the previous regime." Secondly, you realize that Ken Ofori is not the only one of the previous regime that is claiming, for health reasons, he cannot appear before the special prosecutor. I think we've had two other cases where they have been arrested and they come out saying their health is deteriorating. The latest was Chamawuntumi, and then the other one, I think Ameya Kofi.
Yes.
So when these things are happening too often, they raise doubts in people's minds as to the genuineness of these claims. And so sometimes the special prosecutor or other prosecuting authorities may become so suspicious that they are tempted to take harsh decisions to compel the truth to come out.
But as
so he may still be able to. I think he still has the power, the authority to declare him unwanted.
The charges that are given to former minister, as in Ken Ofori, to you as an anti-corruption campaigner, again with the things that people are saying is harassment and all that, when you look at the level of corruption cases that have been leveled against him, does it still warrant, to you as an anti-corruption campaigner, still warrant the declaring him as a fugitive, putting him on the red and all those things? Does it still warrant that?
Yes, from my view, my perspective,
yes,
I think they are enough to warrant that. You see, because look, causing financial loss to the state, for example, how much money have we lost as a country through his actions? The loans that he was taking and his company was getting commissions, huge commissions in millions of dollars. Those monies could have gone into this country to solve certain problems. So I think the allegations are heavy enough for the special prosecutor or to warrant such harsh action, if you see them as harsh, against the former finance minister.
Do you think the lawyers are giving excuses?
Pardon?
The lawyers of Ken Ofori, do you think they are giving excuses?
Well, it's a suspicion that they could just be giving excuses. I don't have evidence. But I've said that because he's not the only person to fall sick Yeah, I mean, because they are in opposition. So there is doubts in the minds of people. So who knows? The lawyers could just be finding an excuse of keeping him out of the country. We don't know. And that's why I said the special prosecutor needed enough information, early information, so that if it requires investigating the genuineness of those claims, then he could do that and decide whether to extend the time or not. But I think he didn't have that amount of information, early information.
Okay. Talking about OSP and the office, as an anti-campaign corruption campaigner, do you think the office so far has done well?
Well, I've always said that when you are talking about an investigative body or anti-corruption body doing well, you look at a number of things.
Okay.
Successful prosecutions.
Okay.
How many people has the Office of Special Prosecutor been able to send to jail as a result of corruption or as a result of his investigations?
Okay.
Or recovery of money that have been illegally taken, corruption money. How much has he recovered? There are other things. Of course, we know that when it comes to prosecution, it doesn't just lie in the ambit of the special prosecutor to succeed, because he has to go to court. And the judiciary plays a very important role in determining whether to convict a person or not. But it also depends on how much evidence the special prosecutor is able to put together and take the matter to court. So, when you look at it that way, I would say that he has not met the expectations of many Ghanaians as a special prosecutor.
Is it a fact? Okay, continue.
Of course, he has given various reasons, like inadequate staff, inadequate funds to do his work, interference from the executive, and that kind of thing. Yes, but I think that I don't believe that he has met the expectations of many Ghanaians in terms of my criteria.
Okay. Because I was just about to go there to even say that he has given a lot of reasons why he's not able to meet these targets, especially with the courts and all that. I mean, we even heard him talk about Cecilia Dape's issue. Now Yoko, the new government, Yoko, also wants to get back the documents again to really deal with it and all that. So what would be your expectation? I mean, what are you expecting? I mean, to happen? What do you want to see now? Do you think that the lawyers will come up with a new reason, a new definition to why Ken is not coming? Because I have also heard legal brains also saying that if Ken is calling for a video conference, which is within the permit, why can't the OSP, allow something like that to happen? Then case closed. Then you know exactly what is really, on the table.
You see, the point is this. When you are being wanted for investigations, they can take you into custody, into jail, cells, and then grant you bail based on the bail conditions. You cannot take him to jail. I mean, you cannot put him to cells when you are having a video conference. So I believe that could be one of the reasons why they want him to appear in person. If the allegations are grave, that will require him being put into jail, cells, and require bail so that there can be some bail conditions that will make it difficult for him to leave the jurisdiction again. Or in case he leaves, the state can recover, can use the bail conditions to cover for that. But if he doesn't appear in person, how can the OSP do that? We've seen that Kiamawunti is granted 50 million cedis bail.
Yes.
Or is it, yeah.
Yes.
To be justified, which means that there are properties that total up to that 50 million. So if he decides to leave the country, it will be the one who granted the bail to either pay the 50 million or to his assets will be seized to cover the bail.
Sure.
So that is the difference. And especially when you are dealing with cases that involve money, it is important to be able to have a hand on some portion of the money that have been lost.
Okay. All right. Very well. Thank you, Mr. Vitus Azim. Thank you so much for talking to us, and we'll come to you as and when we get any other new thing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Vitus Azim and Edin Komono Afa OSP issues in Hoya anti-corruption campaigner and Edin Komono. Mamen kwa humano sibio na mene lawyer Raymond Bedema Edin Komo ne share the law side emrano so essaying dear lawyers no ekeka Tom Remu anase din na eko eno si endi hon komo. Lawyer, good morning and welcome to essbenMaakye.
Good morning, Mr. Kojo. How are you?
I'm okay. Now, how are you doing?
The Lord is our shepherd. We are good.
It happens that when it comes to this, lawyers then become the most important figures within the space. I mean, talking about Wuntumi's case and then Ken Ofori-Atta's case, but we're going to concentrate on Ken Ofori-Atta's case. What do you make of the press conference yesterday, first off?
And let me just take the opportunity to say a very good morning to our cherished listeners. It's always a pleasure coming their way every morning to explain to them, most especially the position of the law regarding to these issues happening in our country. We do not have any other country but Ghana. So, for me, I think that in the first place, we need to applaud the OSP for his courage.
Okay.
That he has stood over the period when it comes to matters of fighting corruption. Now, criminal laws are not made in vacuum. They are made to achieve certain purpose. And at any point in time, as a fighter of corruption or an investigator, anything you will do, you bear in mind that you are doing it for the purposes of what? Achieving the sole aim for which the laws are made. Now, when they say somebody is under investigation, sometimes depending on the gravity of the offense, that person's certain liberties may be curtailed. Now, this is a man who has been invited over some period of time now to come for an investigation.
Yes.
And let me tell you, even if you are in custody and you are not feeling fine, you are taken to the hospital, correct or not?
Yes, correct.
If a person is in custody and that person is not feeling fine, that person is taken to hospital. So it also implies that even if you come for this investigation and there is the need for you to even see a physician, you will be made to see a physician. Let's not make flesh of the laws that we made for ourselves. The laws are very explicit and clear. You are to appear before an investigative agency or board. Come, if you have nothing to hide. Come, let us hear your side of the story. What makes him feel that if he comes, he will not be allowed to go back to continue with his treatment? For me, it only suggests one thing, that he feels maybe he is guilty of the offense. Otherwise, anybody at all, at any point in time could be invited. And you being invited does not mean you are even guilty. You could also be invited to come and give an information that will lead to maybe arrest of another person. So as it stands now, OSP, whatever the case may be, ought to have appeared before the Ken Ofori-Atta ought to have appeared before the OSP. so that if there is any question for him to answer, he will go ahead to answer. Now the lawyers are suggesting that because of his ill condition, he should be allowed to have the interview conducted online. My brother, if the time comes for him to be detained, or there is any other thing that could be done where his person is needed, could that be done? And that is why I started by saying that the laws are not made for making sake, but they are made to achieve certain purpose. So for the purposes of the law, Ken Ofori-Atta ought to come to this country to be interrogated.
I have heard lawyers, for instance, Martin Pegbu, them quoting an act, Act 807, that is the Mutual Legal Assistance Act 2010, talking about the avenue for video conferencing, which can still be an option that the OSP can use. I mean, is that the right thing? Is that one of the ways that OSP can use?
Yes, it is a law that was also made to achieve certain purpose. Like I told you earlier on, laws are made to achieve certain ends meet. And so they are not made for making sake. Now, if in the wisdom of the OSP, he feels that there is the need for the person to appear in person, why not comply with that?
But health issues.
Why not?
I mean,
and again, I don't want to, or I don't subscribe to the school of thought that thinks that OSP is being unreasonable.
yes.
Because he has given Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta ample time to prepare for this appearance. You know, the first time that he was declared wanted was in March.
Yes.
If my memory serves me right. And from March, he was given an avenue actually to prepare and come in June. And of course, he told them at the time that he will be able to finish, or the procedure will finish somewhere earlier in or late May. But he has been afforded the opportunity to come in June. And one interesting thing, again, we are losing sight of is the fact that even as at now, according to the OSP, they have not given any medical report from any certified doctor showing that he ought to have been there for any medical care. That is another twist of it. Of course, he who asserts must prove. So if you feel that you are not feeling well, you must bring your medical report to show that actually you are not fine. But if it is just by word of mouth saying, I am not fine, and for that matter, I ought to go for treatment. My brother, we are not kids in this country. Right? That means that there is something fishy about whatever excuse you are giving. And that should not be countenanced with in any democratic dispensation.
Before you leave us, if I push you as the lawyer for Ken Ofori-Atta, what would you have done?
Under the circumstance, I will invite my client to come. Most especially where I am very sure he has nothing fishy or he has done nothing illegal.
Okay. Because I'm listening, sorry.
And again, you know that even where a person has misappropriated funds, there is another very powerful law that has been made in the recent time. That is the plea bargaining law. That is another avenue for a person. If you feel that maybe yes, we are all not. We can make mistakes. If you make a mistake and you go, let him come. Let us talk. The institutions are there to help make justice, and they are not there to victimize anybody. So under the circumstance, and with all the the laws that are available that can be used to free my clients, I will ask him to come.
And he refuses to, what happens?
Well, as a lawyer, my duty is to advise clients using the relevant laws. I am not supposed to coerce him to come.
Okay.
If I advise him and he says he will not come, I will withdraw my representation and allow him to go for another lawyer.
Lawyer Raymond Bedema, thank you so much for talking to us, and we thank you for your comments.
Kojo, thank you always for the opportunity.
Thank you.
You have a very wonderful day.
You too. Yane a lawyer Raymond Bedema and Edin Komono Efa a OSP and a Ken Oforiata in Komodie no ho. And that press conference no and who komo and the Edin see the Eka say dear. Ya man redeclare ni biom says Siano. Wa be hu Ken Oforiata biano fanebra. OSP says there on train sign cry. And Nemano akika kwa na bebre na se a hash ebi so say a unreasonable. Perform na me no madi nkomo e kyerɛ me sɛ de kɔ de enye ade a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛ dwene sɛ ɛyɛ hash ana ɛyɛ enema enhyɛda enkoyie. Indeed, in investigations ɛyɛ no ɛyɛ enema enum ɛna ɔmo edi ho nkomo me bɔ ni nyina so ama abo ɛyɛ 8 6 ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Kessben 92.9 after Kessben TV o share with DSTV so ɛyɛ channel 364 na face Go TV no ɛyɛ channel 121 obetime do text messages no so by no ɛyɛ 0550567929 and as a WhatsApp no ɛyɛ 0550596929 making kind nyina ama na ya hwɛ de ɛkɔ. Yanko second issue no so the second issue no ɛyɛ yenua bema na say chairman won to me on also ni issue no ebeto dwa. I mean so almost about 7 to 8 days in ye yakọ yaba ni nyina ejina eye bill na say anka ye pebi ne de mano na afi otumi fi eye yoku nsem na otumi kwaje na home na say wetumi akọ gina home no waba back na wetumi abedi nkomo ana so mu hia na ometumi afre no enra na nyame ye na dom ana bill no etumi eba so mayanhwe na feyentie aye general secretary of the MPP party ora Justin Kodia Frempong in some okaye mra ye fa ye yi aye ora wontumi efi aye yoko yentie no na fe yenhwe na mra back
etika yoko fo kane sebi adwemboni bi na taachire ana omo ka so ko mo tu omo sa freche ma untumi akobeba sa kane nyina je yan ka se bi o memo a obi bro emra so oh yeah ye nyina ye hemra se sanati ye na so oh yeah dia sebi fa kumapa adwempa na eye ebra omo de chema untumi e hwe omo kokro mu 48 hours no na emra na so se eso mu jano no enam se na omo nyoma dun so meja nti omo di bail conditioner iska kese over 50 million Ghana cedis and a 23 so ne nyina de se na omo se be ye den se betima se anya bail no enti omo ma ne sa eda iwoko ha na Nyankopon enhia Dr. Brian Echampo Godfather. And onwa edi na japade esia wowa said there be adu no afede ye etu okotwe baby eda ontimi nhwe se de bia party for mo ba ha na ye kọ na dede ewa ha osisade a odi na japade esia wowa ampa no pa yoko fo ekonifie nyina akọhwe okay agitum sampa krata ni nyina no eye ne dia ye ba ye no na kenim se ye wie okwa sasa ye ba ye interrogation ye kwa basa ene se aboy samri na MPP party no ye catch NDC aban said that me catch am say emre wo ye ninka so
Oh yes
then so ye say emra pa na NDC aban pese ne ye camera and you share your court enya yoko ha
yes
ti ye hwe se almost want to nya bibia ye fa court the MPP ye be chere say your lawyer for power man
yes
be chere say your me my kasanwa momodo do na ma be gina afi anopa
oh yes
me no kasa chema untumi.
Alright, Justin Kodia ena yete ne nka no ode ne nsem tudwa no wakeka bia kama bad intentions inti ena yoko eye de omo ye no ena face no omo lawyers ombetumi ahwe amaniema etumi akoyie ama party no nti se bibia ni NDC for mu show omo court na moni omo enka momientie eye Brand Champon ono ena ode eye bill no etumi ejapade no edisi so a enede yenua anai chairman wontumi etumi epie no mientie Brand Champon na fiembra.
I mean, it's a legal process. He got bail and he's on his way home. I'm not interested in those comments. It serves us no good.
this was just
It serves us no good. What is important is that one of us was in trouble. He was arrested. We needed, as part of the legal process, to provide surety for bail. That has been done. He's been released. We wait for the next steps. That's what it is.
why did it take so long?
It's a process. It's a process. It is a process.
Brand Champon so ni atene nka so no ne de ababeto no so on the process on the nya dia obabedi hu nkomo bebrebe asa but bebre na aka se akwakoye avenue se ayempen for the year campaign akwaye campaign platform because o hwe ya obia kobi ene we ko na we aba vice president former ekoye Ken Ejepon so koye Brian so akọ and all these faces na ye nyina no ekire se omo nyina no nyaya omo ombetumi abegina ewoye MPP nim o share eye video no hwe TV no so a obehu de make no ko Facebook so a obetumi ahwe Kessben TV 92.9 and after Kessben TV on Facebook obetumi ahwe ni nyina wo hono akwakoye bebrinsem bebre a nipa eka efa ho se de aye de as akwaye campaign grounds no but indeed obesusu bisa se lawyers ana eye MPP for wa adem pa antina sebio munim se bia san komo court na mokoje eye mra kakra na yemfa eye bill no emra form no omantumi anya ebi mo kotena parliamentarians kotena ho and all that Roche TV no kra tumi se chairman no hu sheda emfa ni yesa ososo eye Justin Kodiemu no ne no enam me hu enkoye sa enkoye kra enkoye ontumi nante kra hwe on se wan so eye Justin mu a ebe ha adwene because Justin akasa kra so ni mu ba chema ontumi na so ni mu on se Justin tu kra na not in the satu ni ko mu a on pese obetimi ama abaye mu hwe senia oso ni mu enye no oyare pa yare nde no oyare because Justin kra dane no hu so bi aso ni sisi ne nan o hwa ne nan kra ase me boy yare ma ne de ba hwe no ntumi ntu ne nan no kra yie wa bre bro untumi abre pa and it's serious. I mean o hwe se ne mesi kona say Justin kra tu ne nan kra na untumi asan so ni mu because o tuja na ahia na de asenfofo ne beba o hwe clearly o hwe video ni ya o hu o hwe numbers na he edem pa na eka no eye na ontumi enant o hwe ne nan no kro ontumi ntu am say nifa no ontumi ntu kra ensi ho yie o hwe fi bibia TV no o hwe bi omo fi door no e ba na o te enko yie ano oden yare na no oden na Brian so gina na chi and they have make kakra ne how pressure no crazy gate na no ban just enkenye Justin Kodia na tetare na bebare na sanka pressure no kra figate na no ba no kra no anka ebema no ebe ha dwene adena no odin pa but ebedi ho nkomo se na medi kan no ne ahwese ne nema esi eko meka wo se eye Chocho Industry Company Limited ese men kan cho se Chocho Hair Food, Chocho Hand Food Cream, and after so Chocho Balm, any Chocho BPT. Ne nyina ebo honom emma winti no wa wo pebi no so wo ko pebi na utumi enom Chocho tea den kan no pa sorry ye anka se fata se wo sorry a wo fifia na so the wire flags kra no fa bitum na nom ho ebeto Chocho herbs no so eka ho bia utumi no ma wo se bibia betumi akoyo blood sugar level and stress level ni nyina no ebetumi akoyi ama na omo eye omo tea no so no etumi boa digest eye fatty foods intem intimo a bia modu fie nwumre na montumi ndidi intem no modidi wi a na manom eye Chocho tea ana Chocho herbs motumi nom ebetumi digest eye aduane ne intem ama Chocho balm so ebo honom a relieve pain ti so pain o niam cramps and afi so honam no hyedan koyie ma wo no a mesrel utumi ayusu Chocho balm no na wo de aye and then Chocho shower gel so ewo honom a ye di dware aloe vera wom utumi say eboa aye skin ye pa Chocho skin toner body cream and also ewo honom eboa ema aye o skin no ene enyema sabi eboa honam no ma etumi gina ye no etumi ema no ekoye wrinkles ni bibia ebeko ema no so Chocho shampoo conditioner and afeso hair food and bazano bazano sorry and also hono ma betumi ayusu beboa ma mo dandruff and afeso enyema enkoye ukoye wutia ensheda nkoye nyina no yusu Chocho shampoo conditioner and afeso hair food and then bazana and also betumi aboa Chocho soap and also hono ma betumi aboa ma wudware ma pimples ni bibia tumi ekoye ma obetumi from I was 055 181 5388 055 181 5388 and now so says 0244 727348 and that's 0243 4825 0243 48253 and also to me afre na ono mo edi nkomo Ziga atenase yeni nkomo na fe yemfa de etoaso no kan Ziga bia bokọ de
ya mi adumo bia bokọ
ansa na be hyaase no say video no huin
yes I watched
na ha kakra me hwe senia wontumi pa epie na yes so ni mu na bibia ntumi enhyeda nkoye emma no sa no ha adwene ye pa ha adwene
yes we share losing the mobility and we share the facial constitute na that time we say the swat the credit atepa so it means that maybe he went through a lot you get one away inside you went through a lot na yenim dia bia okum se bia adwendwen se bia hunu se wodi for na obelusu a certain properties and no odwene ho se ba bia odan na nye se bia na ondidi yie so anase ayam hyehye wi yentimi but we wish him all the best.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now, maybe before I baso no, boss, me member of parliament, Maakye Kwasi Oforukrom constituency member of parliament, was say message in here was say, please, tell was say please Ziga tell Kojo that Akwaba. So member wa Akwaba eti Maakye
yeah Maakye
yes obaduma pa ona da na make catch say ye kofa na be di parliament no
okay
na me mpeno so na me say we so too much na we so adodo but okọ parliament no wa shock me in fact we obi to say ura ba football ni mu na I think that he's the best for now. He's the best parliamentarian Oforukrom ni elite constituency hona Kenya University so ofa obi a parliamentarian obi a at least ye be man confirm we say or represent the elite, the lecturers, the political science, the watching now
yes enclave
and a big you know so if you get somebody like him let's say or represented the constituency now so no obi an mudu but we're proving him wrong. The guy is fantastically good. Wow. So, and Nana Crawford so he so watch out. Nana Crawford so a former council of state member.
Okay.
Yes, and Ashanti region why ye fu kakraka I also de boy feed Ghana tin you NPP time on the politics sao
okay
on the representing council of states ewo NPP time
okay
so Ashanti region
okay
but why ye fu kakraka 1,000 acres of land on a forest we see mansions too forest the DSTB woman kofoko ekwasraniade enti esi ono owura Eric Opokumu dinsa so said the bear on ba adopt so dem ba Ghana school from Korano so I need to do this on the year 85% of shares e will Confederate Rural Bank ye be ko ho eso kwachana na se timi dako ne ye kwachana na ye chana na power ya na boss emrebi owura kwaku agido na oye deputy general secretary edema National Democratic Congress 2019 o make statement me na the statement o make here say Nana Dankwa Kufuado emu Ghana yi na operational ekoso at that time se Kufuado anhwe a history will repeat itself. There will be a civil revolt in this country. A dear history na no ka ho asem. Said 1972. Nana Dankwa Kufuado ne papa na ye president. Enti there was a coup. So there was a coup. Eti say wanye careful say history no be repeat itself. It means that there will be a coup. And that guy was arrested by the national security. Saying your umbe boy bia no nim no bia Ghana yenim. Waka sa asem no national security for be fan. Party for na anwene say asem na akwa na kan is dangerous because we are in the democratic rule. A betimi a creative problem about this country. But they were thinking about their political party. We had people omu thrown to the national security. Omu ko ye free koku. Rock in the Japan 2012 made a wise statement in this country. Like if it wasn't President Mahama at that time, no 7 producer, yade asundriene coming from the background of Tamils and ono suna asundriene obi an hodwa. Ebia so we koshia obi ofi military junta mu na be president. Ebia nka si Ghana. That statement I don't want to repeat it. When national security fortune yenya NPP fo womu koko gu ho ekoye dede, they were not thinking about the country but their political party and individual. Sure. And no more cause for this country. CNC are no point we don't create a mechanism to put stop to this. One day it will explode. See a chiobia. Na party for kogu ye dede no. And where it will explode, boss. Listen to me. Dr. UFE, Honorable UFE, a Fijasia Sokore member of parliament, were making statement to be last Friday. Now I think say, Mitia Sana have listened to it over and over and over. And I realized that, look, I have to pick something from that statement. Was say, Chema to me, and Kabaya, one part President Mahama, and that's one part Kofobi. Because we teach and Kofobi Brinasu. He was not saying such a mawun to me default. Our charges here, diabono. But such a mawun to me empire and Kofobi chow. Because 500 billion old currency and a 50 billion new currency. Charges here, diatono. Any usha back and forth na ebana. He thinks Chemawun to me no ye nimno. The charges here, diabono be related to international community. The thing say all is not well. Something wrong somewhere. So Chemaun to me needs to apologize to some people. And I do agree with him. And I have to add up. But person staff at some now organ. Okay. When President Kofo came in 2021, I dear Bako realizing is politics are said Ghana dodo. So he needed to unite this country. And the President Kofo ye number 2 to unite this country, to reconcile this country. How did he unite the country? By using World Cup. Say, Yanko World Cup, use football to unite this country. So he brought stakeholders, Mr. Rex Dankwah, Mr. Citizen Kofi's referees, Kwabena Yabua, soccer pundit, all this. Moment check when you first way you call World Cup. We need to go to World Cup to unite the country because politics are saying dodo. And you call World Cup. So going to the World Cup was a whole project from started from 2004 project equity 2006. Okay. Then another one was reconciliation in 2002.
Yeah.
He realized the reconciliation na say a necessity. Na SSC ye free say people were wounded at that time. Yon kofo ani agiji o meja pade. Yon kofo a ahometie to ma kwatra brochi o mutimi magana. Enkofo bia o medi dem. Enkofo bia yase o misi kasem. Enkofo bia o business is asai. And these people SSC heal omo and compensate them. SSC we reconcile this country. Na sankofo no mra bontembe ka de wo mumu na asimdue emra this country. So some of them were compensated and all that. And remember that the reconciliation was enacted by Parliament. That's the reconciliation commission was enacted by Parliament of Ghana, which is Act 611 2002. Okay. Now listen to me. I think say we shall reconciliation was say SSC reconciling yourself edi free and same be event to be SCC it will my date 1966 after 1966 school. You understand 1966 24 February 1966 to 21st August 1969, 13th January 1972 to 23rd September 1979, 31st December 1981 to 6 January 1993, on and on and on. And I suggest that look, it is time that ye tamper your Reconciliation Act 611. Boss, ye amended the Reconciliation Act. Now you make sure say after every election there should be a reconciliation, at least a month of reconciliation after the transition, so that we unite this country. Na enoma bi ankofobia yadiati obino ye yaw ni free mu, not saying say so be for and the charges be bobia the person automatically be exonerated and that's an America. But we need to reconcile this country after every election every 4 years, because listen, some of the charges, any prosecution, you can see clearly say yaw and it's score and enkofobi settle with some people politically. Some of them has a political motivation. And it is not this government alone.
Okay.
From President Kufuor's time, Bababesi at Amion's time, President Kufuor, how we kwachi tatuchi katafria, sorry them, Victor Behoyi, Victor Solomon Mudia, or Yaria, the Nico say, Woyi, Kwampipra, about the pay mu time. Then the same thing we want to counter. Then Asamoah Boateng, Tarzan, Rekubrobe, Mr. Kojo Preko, they all went to court. President Mahama one time, back and forth. So we need to reconcile this country right after every election, because it looks like Obia have scored to settle with other because of what we say during and before the elections. The legendary campaign, boss, what we say, what we do, we afflict people, we denigrate people for nothing, we insult people for nothing. Listen to me. Chama to me. Ekwatna ni station biwo northern region. Was all President Mahama wawari na no pokwa jaman e wo sumase tiye without providing any documents. A party chairman, people watch you edit bomobra. A party chairman dema one of the largest political parties in Africa, the stronghold. By New York Times, say MPP is one of the largest political parties in Africa. The stronghold who are chairman. Then you make this white allegation, say President Mahama, our now no pokwajiman without any say proof. Masa, senior President Mahama nebeya, who they will push this one into it. I'm telling you. You sit on radio and television. Then you said that, oh, hey, President Mahama, there was a time, ne you Kojo Preko Mami Lodina Kojo Preko na President Mahama sabin prediasa, wanu mu made yes sex. Hey, even a politics akodi. Senior President Mahama ne beya, obi oye President Mahama man appointment, waye thick and loyal to President Mahama, wakotra yoko ho papa ho betro. Me na bekacho. Wo ho betro. Wo bia nu ho no mu obehwama. O see, enti ato aba na wie no, reconciliation. Papa me patrol politics pacha me. Eno kwa no ba me national orientation to say the President go for the ban. Ebema ye nyadwene bi mo obi ka bibia. Because of reconciliation, it will be very careful. Okay. Imagine, what the hell? Just imagine. Say, Malik Basinteli. Yeah. Na wakotna reduce as a Muslim. No, I choose Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia take pork. Will take alcohol without any proof. Obi a Muslim. Then you denigrate and insult your fellow Muslim. Abra wan for proof back krama. Imagine say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be president. Epia no no dia one ye. Na branch no ho koka dwam. Na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko appoint obi as a Yoko boss. Obi owo fake. Obi owo ayefere say special prosecutor. Just imagine what will happen.
Matthias here.
Just imagine what will happen. So I think that we need to reconcile this country.
Okay.
As I say, 4 years biano, right after the election, yaya reconciliation. Okay. I'm not saying, I'm not saying say yaya reconciliation just to pardon people. Obia disikam running. But the person will get a fair hearing and fair judgment. Because listen, what is going on? You can't some do. We can't some too much, and we act badly, bad faith and stuff. You get me? Just imagine say NPP aba power. Na President Kofo hu nipa en yamana ko yoko. President Fuko nipa na ko fake. President Kofo nipa na CID boss. Na delay them. Akonya case. Na ko President Kofo ko pa ne chona President Kofo shenu. No akonya case. Just imagine.
Matthias here. But I say Nana Frimpon Ziga and Yatene can Ziga stick. A Kessben so my main kind or WhatsApp messages in the BNA or text messages Eric Kweku Bwedi patriotic voice Bichim or say what has the office of the special prosecutor achieved for the country ever since he took this office? Not even a bird has been persecuted. Now he's doing all this to impress the current administration in order to save his job. Come what may, President Mahama will sack you one day. He should go for Sedinam Tamaklo. She should steal what? She stole Ghana's money. Regards to Adrian Kessier, John Bwedu, Obatampa Hawa Kumsen, or Fake MPP UK chairman, and Reverend John Intim Fojuo, Osochia Munyina, and also Ewa Honam. And then I am Bosheba Amisti, Gosu Zungu, or Patriotic Voices, or saying, Galamsey fight in this country is not about bragging, so all that we have to do is to come together as one nation and fight that That's what ex-President Anado started the process, but the NDC was using it as their campaign message to create job for their full soldiers. But it's late. If we are willing to combat it, okay. Regards to Honorable Mebisawa Kumsen, MPP National Women Organizer Hopeful, and Kojo Preko or say Uchia Munyina. And then this one also coming from Eben Kwabenya, or say former Minister Ken Ofori-Atta can't hide behind his sickness to escape accountability at all. He should come and answer for his deeds. I think it is a direction for OSP to declare him a fugitive, period. Regards to Haji Hawa of GRA and Honorable MC Agbo, Efi East. Another one here, Efi Capito, Gosu Menshia. I say, in fact, we thank God And I'm so happy Chemawuntumi was released from the Yoko custody. May God give him strength and healthy, long life. It is still possible for the MPP. General Secretary Justin Frimpong Kudia, good morning. And then this one also from Masawood from Kumasi Bantamo say the OSP is a lawyer, but he's behaving as if he did not take his law lesson seriously. Wow. A fugitive is someone who has escaped jail or someone who has been condemned or convicted. The OSP position must be abolished because it's a waste of resources. Apart from holding unnecessary press conferences, what good thing one can say about the office of the OSP? Regards to former KMA boss, Honorable Sam Pine. My make last one we na fe main court na me interview no your guest na say from Jones Manso Tonto Chrome. Say Mr. Ziga, tell the politicians they should take lessons from their Jones we na mentiasie ye intecho cheche mu ma mekakra na mi hu dia wo pese o tre American we na fe member back teacher we fi teacher constitution wa me say we are grateful Chemawuntumi is out. Those NDC individuals behind his troubles should expect similar treatment if MPP returns to power. The law applies to everyone. Let's hope cooler heads prevail and Ghana's democracy isn't further polarized. The pursuit of justice, however, be fair and unbiased. Greetings to Honorable Mavis in Cancer, and Afeso Koka, and Mr. Owusu Bempa. Yegusu, Awahanam, check with your time, 8:36, Kessben 92.9, Afeso Kessben TV, Ubeshe also Facebook, Kessben TV, and Kessben 92.9. Meeting at the Kojo Preko Dankwah. Martin 9:40 near the Jumediano Abewi and Afe, the one my sports, Medford action, no more so on my twaso amount. Your next issue about the home common issue that has to do with menewu me nu any how ye bebo ye environment any akwan ye befa so a ye betumi aboa ama ye environment no akoyie. Menim sa wonim galamsey pa. Menim sa mining issue so nema ha ye nyina enya wo nko a me ameti ha kra no so no ha me yie pa. But mayenhwe netie President John Mahama. And ye may be a wodia tutudwa. Anasa washeshe ato ho se. Obe pese ye betumi aye na boa na ma environment no ni titru. Ensase a yase no. Enam se ye galamsey ni nti no. Washeshe ato ho no ma o pese ye diso na ye ma eye oman no ene environment no ekoyie.
Working together with the small-scale mining sector, we will reclaim our forest reserves and restore the purity of our water bodies. Our river guards are working on clearing mining activities in our water bodies and on the banks of our rivers. We've successfully, as the Minister told you, we have successfully cleared illegal miners out of 8 out of the 9 no-go zone forest reserves. We will track excavators, as the Minister said, in order to know whether they are being used for illegal mining or not. And we intend to change the permitting regime. Ghana has more excavators in this country than in the whole of Africa. We're going to change the permitting regime. You will not be allowed to import an excavator or put it on a ship unless you get a permit before you can ship an excavator. We will track excavators, as the Minister said, in order to know whether they are being used for illegal mining or not. And we intend to change the permitting regime. Ghana has more excavators in this country than in the whole of Africa. We're going to change the permitting regime. You will not be allowed to import an excavator or put it on a ship unless you get a permit before you can ship an excavator. Mining cannot be sustainable unless it's also responsible. Environmental degradation, water pollution, and community displacement are not inevitable byproducts of mining. They are the consequences of poor governance and enforcement. We're strengthening environmental, social, and governance frameworks across the mining sector. And this will include, like I said, banning toxic chemicals in gold processing like mercury, mandating site rehabilitation. And so it means that small-scale miners and medium-scale mining must also have rehabilitation clauses in their permits to reclaim the land. Enforcing community...
President John Dramani Mahama and I did in some atudra or dinema bibrina atudra and she say yeah of course say on mine as a nation you bet to me ediso na yashe near to me aboa ama nyema ekoso when it comes to galamsey and I feel so your environment you know a bit to me ejina ye and some of the boss we say a bit to me abemua indeed na ejina minister no a oda a friend is saying ministry na no ehun komo ene ba bedi ene anopay e wo fie hanom me ne Mahmoud Kabori spokesperson emma Mahmoud Kabori or a spokesperson emma lands and natural resource minister honorable Amakofibua ne ministry honorable Michiao ejumane de ubobi pa men mind they will be abeka. The focus is what you need to target no and necessary o ben biobia matitin sem bebre and yes o su na ye fake and ofa ha no nya adwuma no and why say honorable Kojo Preko Dankwah me say bo adwuma ye focus direction na wo kono mehu eniema eko ene de eba nyina tree planting a ebe koso nyina mehu ne nyina ye bedi hu dwuma yeso ye de ni behwe na yaboa ama niema etochima as media ye betumi aboa na yatenetene niema but so far honorable ama Kofibua so far so good me media no minim se wo so awutie me no so wo hu niema eko I think just about yesterday ya chichin krofu bebre just about some time back onwa 29 ekoko miamia bebre ekohwe de ekoso military ye na djuma and I know say the timelines are man nyina no ebetumi agina yeni nkomo na fe yenhwe de eko so ewo ministry hono Mahmoud bibia boko de
adom monpaibo very necessary.
Very necessary. Yeah, as I say, a tune suffer also to me a buy. Na ye baby din komo. First of all, ministry to say Ministry of Lands, Natural Resources. All to say.
Mama na was no pay na ye mo abaso djuma so amudi.
Yeah, that's it.
Wa amagana na mefa and share mo djuma wa chief for all over the globe. And then for the new doors, and to be chim to the analysis or don't move to pa. And see a chair what tea for no her for Sakwan so. Mamma more wapam for you now, so I work with you as a bird of phone and the new. And those who are bird of phone who producers, it's a fantastic team. Ministry, alhamdulillah, so far, so very good. No cranny, Obio Nim Ghana, now Onim Jumadia, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Now I'm right here when he name said the Hong Kong no wouldn't want to paint a picture say what to say heaven a man and earth and near my ding but Nkodin Kroye and Nukredienti is taking a different thing and we are seeing positive results and positive signs. When you say Nina Kaho, you see the offer do upon your piano. It is a minister or Rama Kofibua and Numa Pa Woodino. And a man, ya konoma sebe, one way can be woman to say Asante Maura, was able to use his institution as Menchiane or Nwangasa brand. Now I organize it, I bring people of the mining industry together under one umbrella. Say, you hear Kwampa. former good any day media say to me ma banda ho makrama nkanipa na mum kwan ya be fa so ma yensa kana asesan abrabo no na emfa nsunsu azobo ne ma nyina nhia ne ento ato adwen ti wono ato ne de mining in motion enura na dwumadi ni shase na enura speech a minister man no afi obi oti dem ho bia for the first time felt say oye Ghana ni obi oti dem ho bia felt say there is a need to come together to fight the menace because minister spoke as a citizen. Okasa to say Ghana niya ojidi say the atuye no a canant niya say be akatwo. The atuye no more mining community nko. Won kran kra hunsun sanso no bit my day atu and he spoke painting a certain picture say a dire situation. And the minister kasa we na mi jidi say obi anu otie no bia no when you a renewed sense of understanding say galamsey you know sebe enya ba ko fontokwa enyina ye kan hu no kre aban yi entia fomagudie tuo. That is the position a person ni padodo ni nyina atiase ye entia fomagudie tuo die ye tia e kwambone a ye faso tu na ebeja nsunso bone wo ya ye so enu nti uba e kra hwa the fight has been targeted yes nkokwa abiritu enkosu bonten ho enko kwantempon ho enko ye bi okuru mfimfin ana kuru mantwa ni nyina ye niema ye fo se ye di free baby betim de aduru baby pa enti kakra so far so very good ye migidi se ye ko ye nu ye betim abubum na wahunu dwumadi a ye di no ya so enti na no abusuafo 40 use kase galamsey has worsened. I'm saying yes I respect their opinion.
But has it worsened?
But data available to me, doesn't confirm the assertion.
Okay.
Because Sebe, you just look at now ya under President Akufo-Addo regime. Na yakofa kotome kumu mamra safedi ebe mampeni to me no many pa kwaya mama kwaye galamsey o kwaye
britu. Samra no.
Yes. And when the omo passes Samra no and all security attachment in our first compartment in a year omo free. And a galamsey for fa kwaye britu no mum. Enti kwaye britu be ya ha mi no adu watching 288. Ye buy no maji aduanan na aboso. A chese we hu hwenyi. Aduanan no kwa de nkono bi wo mu a wo mu aye adwuma wo mu no chese eni ede no doso. A wudi agoro kura wo ne wo mu kan de be bo anyina ya brabo ne ye dada asetena no. Wo metumi kura age wo nkwan firi onsam. Bi ne kosi wo kumasen career fin shelter better. Wo mu ko twitwa sebe forest guard backward. The man is still battling for his life. And you heard the aniadin for gita tuni akonde. But alhamdulillah, out of the 9 can say yetimi a flash galamsey for na from watchmu I reclaim what we akabako a dense forest. Situation here a bit critical kakra because edi kan ko no enya professionalism abi anka enkon bebere bit mahwere ye hwe kwampa ebetumi ne ya enko kamo jango like President Mahama said. These artisanal miners, they are not our enemies. They are not just being introduced to a proper way of doing it. See, you Timothy or Motna Conquenu Abaquase, near more Montetia, a Sefata, a Yanchi, a Sefata, a bit me the candy, and we are introducing no mercury and not mercury free technologies. Oh, here's a alcohol who had a chance and way to make you good, no. Na ebetimi de technology abe for kwanso for yet din na agu akwama you see say ye nua no mo ye galamsey na ye feel so mo ye atamfo no they can become allies in development o metimi aboa ma yenya agudie no emfa nsusu azobo ne biamba enti kakran we are getting there
enti sa session is less than 4 months or 5 months into government, you know. Galamsey no kra netusa a kosro no it use the omo gym and all those things in na no enya no kre on per the data ministry no what, right?
Well, that's the fact.
Okay.
Enya dia ye data no betima support.
Okay.
But when you say the galamsey no that Ghana ni bi akoma so no ohu bi pin kura no a of feel the pain. Yes. And sometimes it's understandable when people make those blanket statements and assertions because omu nyina benya sebe enya di abo adwene pese o that na so na danda no kaye nyina benya na we live in a galamsey free environment. Enti anu ntimi nkoye no de obi hunu bibi a opese ode toton de na say be say the abo wa kan pen bi osuro sonson hwe nanu de see people mining with impunity in the keka ho no na ebe ha adwen but my yen kan hye anuanom nyina nkran say multi-pronged approach na ye use so say be eniema dodo no na edi agu akwan mu a yield positive results and then you say as part of licensing regime mu collapse no omo aye mo yeso a licensing more after about work ready revoke all those licenses because it didn't follow any due process omo dey ho existing licenses before the election omo so yatiba so ku a 7-member committee omo year investigation into or review of their existing licenses na ye hwe on krata mu ku a it mean you are paying preko na the licenses in krata na ehwe mu nyina wi a ye be san visit wadwuma mu ho ankasa or concession to make sure and to ascertain say oh yes say sa na wo ye no e dey so aso bani bi ba is it something we can advise you and we dey na ho pa na wo ye sa review ni bi na dey ekopia kontamine na ekohunu say afedi niema say ni na ekoso ejina so revoke akonta mining licenses a preliminary investigation report to come out attorney general no so nam so ama wafra akonta mining directors will be say owura wontumi ne won keka ho enti we are not leaving any stone unturned or share in terms of adwuma no kra mabuno no ye no per our laws we can do what we call cooperative mining enti abanda no go for be say community mining eno kra ma ahemfu bi feel say e wo mi kuro mu kwana na is my own enti regulation kwana ya na akwa ye bibi oho and then we are introducing a whole new modified platform your friend the cooperative mining scheme ebi obi person ye mining ni bi but oni sika obetimi anya licenses as a small scale enti ye betima kasa ankrofo ni nyina bom no ma form a cooperative now manage one license no man manage a particular area but we have a local team from local supervisory committee chairman of that committee a DC secretary of that committee a minerals commission rep in that district police commander fire commander all members of DISEC
pure local
nanoma him for rep akuafo a rep nanoma him youth rep sorry rep a very detailed committee omukra na what the power to recommend say Kabore Richard Derrick any opinion preko ya kan ho bu mpese ye be cooperative mining ye hwe omunkrata mu no ampa omudwumade ndi adwuma bebre mabunu we kurom ha omudwumade no mese yensu omudwumade no mese kwa bretu enti esusu ye the cooperative license na ma omo a ye no mbetimatena ansana yenso ataso ye no ya mala license so never again and our bank na say we president adamfo bi wakwaje license now kutietia na nanamu matric or no we are doing bottom up approach and a lot of Ghanaians people who are interested in this mining industry say see etimi na sa na nanamu enyina ka ho obi aka ho bia and you say what na wa ye hwe han ama penino mofrare na nkadia and you have untimi nka say aban bi na party bi na magalam say because ye bu na nkarefo a na na oti krom ho DC ya wo ho police commander wo ho mabunuku amwo ho obi aka ho bi
yes and say mo nyina
mo committee you get what is right to happen enti eyen hihye ya megidi say you rolling up orama kofi boa you rolling up on kakran nyina no e all the results na no you go for blue water guards by
yes
na soja for grinding kofi e jema nko na go for mananti we na me say na see it is lego any transfer company vo atitu ho nyina yi wo munim say roba bia beba wo fie ho a enye touch na ode ba odi tuo na eba na so obi e fa security man no akofa baba nso touch nkwa na kita no so you see security sometimes it's not just about sophistication of weapon ekita it is about prompt intelligent gathering and communication some maba wana mranti ya form no onye omudwumade ni se omni galamsi fo koto ahye so omode ni se ya train omo ye do ma fantete yesron ko metima monitor water quality ya no pa ye ko bonsa no makosa nsuo ni bi ye obabi omo no ko ahwemu ye hwe stability level eye bi a 4200 NTU na womo a report a communicate ochina almost akosa a hotspot no a measure stability level ye 4700 they just say apeja it gives signal said there is an illicit activity caused in TV.
Okay.
And quickly they communicate with the Navy base. And of course, all the reverend communities are establishing Navy base, naval base, as soldier for there. So we communicate with them, they partner with local dissect, now Omakwa Kwaye operation. Abuama, just last 2 weeks, Elembele district, we've been able to clamp down a number of them. A blue water gas here na this side intel on the buy. And until the Aban ye be no yadia ye be da. Now ye most of them Ghana for be say kind of a trial lock. But even life in itself is risk taking.
Yeah.
And these are policies. Now ye kukrumponi ni yenya signs of positive results. Me just say ye ni year ababwa. Second cohort will be taking place in Ashanti region.
Okay.
If you hear training another 450 so now almost so the Reverend communities was antimantem. A boot tire partners in Sunu are done to say chocolate no.
A big press in the office.
Yes, ever call back. Now what me there. It's a two-pronged approach. Mranti and the no more share no more communicating in one. And now we are doing another that's dechemicalization. I know ye abe for counsel and on the laboratory for near the year say a bit my stability form na afe chemical pollution near the non-functions and zomre or mote and zone. And they are not so ye yensu because senior say Ghana water be catch there was say in so bit media firm for the mamu should be a water with turbidity levels of 0 to 500. Now we measure turbidity levels of riverine bodies and what southwestern basin. Now you are measuring between 5,000 to 12,000. It tells you it's serious. No machine belonging to Ghana Water Company. Until since last year, Bonsa treatment plant Water shutting it down. Basically at this time, Bonsa say we about 75% of residents of water quality important.
So you can imagine.
This how send abrabot say so it's serious and you dicey. No say minister na crocro the Jones Sabe, Minister Tihui, Urama Kofi Buadi, you need be any say in Shirana, Medishran, and maybe or the Biashirano. To say, Dine, young crowds who couldn't flaman on the manum, you just obey to Macrabia Benum. But look at the vulnerable population now. These water bodies no more depending on for survival. And to say, polluto, same polluto, you, they are still dependent on it. Public health issues are there, and then will be fair through. Obewu akwarana na hwini ni ho no we say ni nyina ye atoranchem sem nyamra sem ya na edidi ye ho but ese die otwa sade nim se na chiachia we will not criminalize them, we will criminalize the activity na ya reorient omo ye into the activity na ye momo ye na papa na nyina ye nyamfa so pa ye den afim
Mahmoud adeba kwen ha eye Ghana for titu pa ne se ye chi eye omo ye galamsey no all right now be hunu ni achi eye workers na nkasa no mo emrantie no mo wo ho no but ye nti se the osuma eye emrantie no ko ye adwuma
that's right
ye ntenenka ye hu no obi ammo ni din obi beka name and shame se ebia me na masuma eye emrantie no mo kwa koye ne ya chi se ni pa kro but eye emrantie no mom and ye chiom na de bia ye doma graphic in papers in online ni bia sadia no bombe siden tumama ye hu se emrantie ye ko chiom wo eye bronu we so no papa we sikani we ohini we mp we politician we and a tertiary na eye ne consignment intino ya chi no ana ye de ne court na e bia nkwala no ye beje omo ana se bibi otherwise
medical catcher said the or what kind of PBS so sometimes some of the blanket assumptions are expected because I don't see different but then there are evidences of new twist.
Okay.
And tina ya fa mrante na nko CID abra ye kwaya contaminating operation. Yechi nipa 54. But none of them are invite you CID headquarters, but rather the owner of the company inviting OCID headquarters because some of Mranti be Kasai and who they are working for and who their assigns are. But what I said, a lot more of the challenges I in and say Mranti be wants out to home but some because you are born man masa chiwa unime we say machine kwa be china manenshi bambo midi nti odie sebe odi second credit no minimum kra onkasa nti a man no difficult to ascertain the big fish because clearly okwana he say be me nua branti a owo $500,000 a onko she kwa abiretu no nti clearly that excavator nya ne dia but o she ho but what I say so o ya o mo nkasa it's okay yo oni abo akoko da etia yempre ne dabre se ya befu aba nti abefu kwan so no ye niema miensa. 1, tracking of excavators. The excavator bia yedi ekoye adwuma mining concession bia no through minerals commission we are doing the tracking process. New excavator bia so ebedu temaport say yedi koye road construction yedi koye den we track it there even before the owner clears it.
Okay.
In this all the quiet illicit activities are we are able to track to know where that excavator is.
Okay.
And we are 1. Into your friend geofencing technology. 2. Sa processes no what do excavator by a track it all right. What be the concession be away juma or manso abore. Asase no e fiti studio we mantria kopem no mantria hanum. Ya picky coordinates and they are concessional boundaries amount. And no na de be ye cheat strong ko be dia share excavator no. The moment we excavate and be travel concessional boundary no, it goes off automatically. Ubetimi ya spark here. This is about minerals commission. But the entire legitimate concession, what the excavator no free. Now they call him, what they call then, you must provide better particulars. And some the best spark here. And it's a system. Why you say I say ni ebeka nwura mo ntumi fanya hwe.
Wow.
Yes. That's what we're doing. Secondly, excavator don't know our system no more dada. And it becomes even very difficult to know where they are to go and track them. So you need DVLA partner say, I'm my ultimatum. Say, who excavator or Ghana Habia, make sure you register with DVLA, get your number plate before that ultimatum elapses. Say, wherever you be share excavator, is an illegal. They said, yeah, only say, can be too much on the much. Nti se we no so all license here. Ye kone ye kwachi abrante no we pretty kura. We don't need to interrogate him when I do ba. By just number plate we will be able to tell from DVLA who owns that excavator. And also ye boa amayache. Umampeni Mahama ni aban. Ye say introduce say me nua peni Senior Preko. Sa wo je o concession. Now an person kwere mining na. Before you can even think of an excavator, you must get all your permits. Tinura Mampeni Ekasanokacho say no permit, no excavator. Yeah. So before you even think of going to bring in import an excavator, now our permit are you ready? Say this is my mining permit and I want an excavator to do it. And Sanya Yamo Kwenya Moeti my import. And yes, sir, no.
Wonderful.
You believe we say ultimate control excavator, you are halfway controlling illegal mining. Because I know that they don't know yes, yes, but we are doing differently. I feel say I didn't so papa my brain.
Already as a mene Mahmoud Kabwari or a spokesperson a lands and natural resource a minister and no edin come fa and yama ekoso our environment galam say and nsema ekoko koso nyina no yedi ho enkomo make how say upe bibi papa nom na upe fruit juice papa ma wo maso a nkwala me pa cho Piva beverages na Piva beverages Piva cola, Piva orange, Piva cocktail, Piva grape and afesu Piva tangy ne nyina hono mu ntisa upe bi pa dia ma nkwala no so mbeko school wa panyin ne mu kwa to me num bi ahwodin wom bibia kama mu so upe bi pa dia friend number no 055 0032231 055 0032231 eno Piva beverages Yom herbal lotion lotion bia eboa ma joint pains etumi ekọ from ye pa enye se ekọ from kra yirakra na ohun ya edodo enheda nko ye ekuru etu sebi pain pa de wo bi migraine so kumu pa ye pa de pacho yom herbal lotion no and obetumi use na wotumi ede aboa na sanema nyina arthritis ne nyina ebetumi akọ de hia ne se ubenya yom herbal lotion bi na wode afefa baabi a eye pain no ewo no obetumi de afefa honom wode fefa ho a enchekra na eye pain na wote ewo joint abdominal cramps headache neck pain ane de aka nyina ekuro etu sebi unya eye bibi cramp fan kataso anase edrobian fan nye no uyusu yom herbal lotion na ebetumi aboa ye pa ebi ewo pharmacies ane herbal shops aye bemben wo etoko honom aude bisa yom YOM herbal lotion onsa ebe kembi from ewo 0244 730 295 0244 730-295 and also says 030-2945-146. To na yusu yom herbal lotion na ebeboa bebre. Amud yenin komo na yenhwe de ekoso when it comes to a lunch or mampenyini eco lunch and meka Tree for Life initiative no. Odi kan ka kire se na me Thomas ye pa me de se yebedua and also be distribute almost 7 million seedlings na yetumi aboama eye baby a yetutu yase ho ye degrade no tese aye basa no yebetumi aboama environment no akoye. This 7 million seedlings any Tree for Life initiative boyemu etesen
but that's bebre nkomodi ye di fa galamse ho nyina no na ye wo position nyina na ate asese di sunsanso bi aba tigana fo nyina agitum grass ye nye fo magudi etu obi se ne papam se ne boni mu a de ye na na anu agya sunsanso bi a wose ye pa no pomasibre te egbo apro ne ne Ghana focus e be ya de bi e friend Tree for Life initiative wonim se kwasi broni aka se when the last 3 dies the last man dies eno nti se be ya nipa kra betena se anya nkwa na awrade ye nyankopon na nim nyama daadi no awo se abre no bi enya kwa abre tu a ejina na so papa e ba yi because of samra ye mining course where forest reserves no galamsey 4499 e boss no they have resulted in depleting over 5,000 hectares of forest cover. Ebi aminu bi temi anopai hectares no ontiase. Chire say what the football field park e boboro so baako mpem nso ahanum 7,500 football pitches of forest cover has been depleted.
The emphasis school park
baako mpem nso ahanum.
Wow.
And something urgent needs to be done. And yes, ecological balance crying. Say me home carbon no ababontin. Say was oxygen na metweko mu. Nanso enuano dodo no a na yebuagu a yenya nuano ma na ntwe carbontin no me home carbon no ababontin na me nsan betwe carbon akomu. And that they are bebreba. Even rainfall pattern. So I enim say June July na was a tono. It be to April na yira fa nipa. Nyina nso no ebinu biodiversity loss. Nyina hadwene. Eno nti Tree for Life no is an answer. Ti ubaka na no World Forestry Day in Korea.
Yeah.
And I pa hontoma. Na mampani ni aban botai ne se enye ne se kane no se kane de no anye. That's because we feel say we want to plant trees. We have a program. Say duane be ye say nye ni eduada bi.
Canadian over 10 million are here.
Oh, yeah, question never be away.
Oh.
So the ukra dance here kesi a obenya na say ye green Ghana na ne ya bobo cage sakurum sa ne eduadua bi. And obedro cage ni hodua ni honte away. But ye to ya botwa major rainy season. Said the mampani ama aban ama ya yenui ni edua nso no nta antibet say October November no na dua no anya nso enough anya na ho de anyine kakra anya hini bi kura nso anto a obetimi de sai hini no a ye ka no tap root no atwe nso wa asase ase to survive and nti say commemorative planting no no World Environment Day, which is on the 5th of June. Ya me yadomo ochinachi ya wada. No kwabenya.
Okay.
School mu hɔ.
Okay.
Na afei eno aye miano de ama ɔman nyinaa. Mansin bi mantam dunsin ne nyinaa ba bia bɛkɔ bia yɛ Forestry Commission office hɔ no. District mansin so your Forestry Commission district offices aduonum across the country. And this a man or mantam officer nearby district office be a bear no ubo wura hɔ a dua bia wo hwehwɛ ana se flower nhyiren ana se dua ye bitumi ate na badie ana se fueling multi-purpose trees me se de wo hwehwɛ bia no onsa bitumi aden akame no akodua but aye kese pa no se ye recover forest no aye lusu no nanso asem ba ko mfa bani man sore sebe ye kura nyini a ye nyini no ba bi na dua bi na esi ne abudi obi dan asi ho nti kuro no kura nyini kura no yetimi lusu some of these ene nti ne yama timamufo nso akwanya se ye was special package a ye hwe na yesisi kwai no de batimamufo nso magibi na ye nkurom ni ade no ye peja kwai no agina na naso na ba bia ye tie no so no ye dua nnua no mo enyamfo mframapa homeni ade ye se dua no aya abofra no ana ayi kuma no na obetimi ama na ye shape a ope saa so na ye mofra ye se fa asempa no hye na se wono mofra brem na ne wura mefi enti ye hyehyɛ so ngo se emeka ye manu ntete ye ho se edua mfa so ye den e wo so tie one child one tree policy and one student one tree policy o ba no me am offer se ye pema ne dua ne bi adua enti se Preko junior na no pa odi nso akogu dua no so na we are conscientizing reorienting nkwala no to accept say yenye den ya yenyini na akuro no nyini ye bebu dua bi but ne papa mu se ye wo se ye dua bi eden e de sha na reforestation is the best way to go na enyina ye hunu mfaso eden ewom ya yen hyehyɛ no in such a way say ye nnua no ya woda no nko a enti yensem firi ho free award na kopim June bosomi da toso aduasa nti almost 1 month long ani ye dey yes anhyehyɛ ti award no ebia wo de want me ama bia na wa meja bia ade achifie da ebetu amu a kopim June no bosomi a da etwato nti no excuse say me de me call no ma wie eye bosomi force say odo ho behim na won so waduadua ne bi sanse mfaso no ba ebama ye nyina yene nyumaku ahodo bi ensentwerefo mo meka mo ho bom da kro yensentwerefo yesu ekodua ye de what I say mining companies kodua mo de timber association ye no saa me gidi say ebetimi achieve the target
mamu do bi say afibia ye dua nnua o na
yes afibia ye dua nnua nanso afi we de ye soronko
okay
ana na meka kire say na no de na ekodua ya uduru ejosu kubase saa kopima asafo market na ya bokeji adua nnua agozo ho na uduru a unhu dua no ba kokora nti enye botaye no be ese say enyina pese
and nano project na almost 10 million.
Yes.
Na 10 million.
Aye. That's why we
you 7 million in the be hu
we quite 7 million. In fact, your botaye no say bo so many nkona wie no na yetima dua nnua no opepe no aduasa 30 million.
Wow.
That's the because forest reclamation no nkwa we are looking about 10 million and over.
Okay.
That's what I say. Okay. You hear about being so you degraded lands. You the Maakye no. Na onfanye na fu kuani bu ko ni asase odidi so. Ya ye degraded land na the Maakye no. Na mmom ye ukua no. Ye be ma commercial trees bi tse mahogany. Wa wasapele ni ade no waduadua. Nti wusiesi wofu ni na chese ndua no so na wo bo ho ban no. Kopem mpempen so adua ne be nyina nya sa cover shade na uri undergrowth enyiye na afei ayede. Ya it's a strategy kuafo no benya asase adidi so na omasan asisi ndua no so ayede amai private sector partnership and so here say to recover a certain 7,500 hectares of land nti nhyehyɛ no doso ye botae no say winko na wie no na 30 million seedling ye yetimi adua ama ni nyina no be mfaso de e de ama my Ghana
me kai say Honorable Makofi Boaka sembi say enhihye a okekan nyina no ebetumi aboa initiatives ni ebetumi aboa ma eye adwuma aba.
That's right. That's right. In fact, in terms of forest cover, no, depleting. It's a Samono boy, Uko Subri Forest, Uko Nibri Forest, Uko Career Offensive Tablets. In Korea, trust are quite brutal with Weshiano. You be engaging Mobuna or Home Pembako. Okay. It is sa said ye Mr. Brabeji because you will fear no dear. Why no dear no, and you will be a fee. And it is a woman will be a Jumandia or so within the 50 some fast work. Until that alone will create about 1,000 jobs for young people in the forest hinges communities. I feel yeah, they be a friend youth forest champions. Okay. It is one student 1 3 a special package be so what. Yeah, more or less like an ambassadors. Normally, the monitoring near the almost so those are the your friend is saying the job aspect of it. The long-term green economy, no, the jobs that will to create for people. Say it means you know the positive job impact people who will be going to fishery, people who will be going to even all the other green job creation avenues, you know. And also your platform papa beboa amamabuna until the you know as a bibi na free money ye di shemu die but ye di shemu year ye temu year na ye sankra mu year so no doso na so no so ye mfaso die ye papa na beboa yin na aboa ye dache ye
be watchdog no ye be hwe emre bi atwem amfa this year ye be hwe ye di be hwe pa.
That's right.
I mean ye di be hwe na here yetimi aba what's your ambassador ben
ya me ya duma ya wada
okay.
Yawada. Okay. 5th June 2025. Okay. And yebe mampani be di anim na yedua edi kan as commemorative planting. Okay. Na afi frigo ko nyina no Ghana fo nyina dano a babia wo bia forest commission ben wono okọ maswe ya ubenya dua bia ope na wo so ayede wakwa kodua yenyire ye ho because ye na ye ya megidi se ayema ye nyina ye ho na mfaso de no so ba aba bum na oman no adi so mfaso pa.
Ora Mahmoud Kabori or a spokesman Emma Honorable Amma Kofibua, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Yabeda se ne nkoma ni edie. Esan se environment de hu hia. Na ka minister so say obo adwuma yeda na se. Onko so mo adwuma na monti obia focus na ne hia. Na target no person achieve no so no. Or achieve my yeah, that's a pa.
Monsieur, that's it. Mama minister swate. It's about go for enchire down for. Yeah, buy a chitapa atene and no crab money ye no. AFL crab. And you'll be an Indiana, sir. And here that's a baby. The SN said, our relationship and better than watch it. Now you assume your mind. No man, I found on to my prefer. Rama Kofibua or the Ghana for you. It's a 1 century for.
Yes, yeah, that's yeah, that's it. Your name Mahmoud Kabori, spokesperson, Minister for Natural Resource and Lands, Honorable Amma Kofibua, and then you need to come 18 minutes into 9. Our Kessben 92.9 official Kessben TV. Oshe our Facebook so Kessben TV and official Kessben 92.9. Yeah, ni man call. Entina me catch us say Amalina Children's Haven. Omo wo hono Emma ye maame no. Yes sister no. Mo amasi kwan so mo say ya ye die. Ebenya ba ye be ko ye ni ye be won kwala no. Me catch us Amalina Children's Haven wo homa o. To the how ho. Yin say na wo mu no. Process na wo come for 9 months na wo dwene na menya na entire we na menya eye ma sabi e be koyi ama akwala no enku nneɛma bi ebe fatama akwala no honam no be from no how ho Amalina Children's Heaven wo homa o anu ntino catch bra se bon ha no ho kra quality nneɛma a eye friend is saying Amalina wo maye no ano odin car seat crepes wo ho nneɛma protect hwe nkwala no ni nyina omo obi wo ho no enti maame me ha ho kra esi asokra da be fo nneɛma na abem ye tie nie obetimi atena wo fie comfortably broni be se na wako eye www.amalinaonline.com.gh they say www.amalinaonline.com.gh what at na fie na ko online na wo choose any papa kan ho se kwa yemfa we ya yemfa we o choose ni na wi a ha ho wa ni na tum Amalina be hwe ni deliver ni na ma more retail na peso wholesale outlet ni na one crime wager kuma say techiman customer services so the obwa ko ye kama pa obekọ na rani gina ho no aju hello obesha kama on friend line no 0593921777 and also says 0501672445 and also says 0554215410 Amalina Children's Heaven. See your number one mother care shop. They made him come and pay a mascon and him come on the ensure the echo. As I see the one here, miti hey me baby. Dear ne fese ubenya wasas ubenya wodine. Na what's name? Na oni fere bi eni asem. Ananya sa. Say the fear and some in your mouth. I be ho.
Oh, yes,
too sorry. Now, if you won't do that 1 year, 2 years, now so. Nesika wabu anu nya.
We are come one more. Enya senketwa. Eno kwa nsan so ma wonya so. Wo man ye bibi kitwa bi an an enkre.
Oh, fa no mo ye dedodo. Ana wo pia me dem dig me get to the meeting 10 o'clock na ma tu. Basa.
Oh, ma ye bre.
Oh, and then sisu we nya na hwe so 2 years so o se matum.
Wo so atum wan to cement. Wan to paint, wan to she. Eno na Imascon Estate Ghana Limited. Edumakuo yi nyame atawroma wopani kwantre for day aduma no owura hope nyame hia no dodo. Nyame hia no dodo. Yes, waseme fa sa akwane so. Na promotion ba ko a ye ya. Akwa na wiye no. Obi bia da wode ne ho hye mu no. Yen kan chen se Yakopon hira wono papa. Ebi so opani we ya ye kan last 2 weeks an ye koye kwetwa mo de ma wo mu. Na na nya senketwa.
Wonderful.
Enya senketwa chesa mamu sampa se Ghana fo. Yen samu aye kan Imascon fo. Yen sase papa ye ton no wo magye atom. Wo magye atom. No mo edom ho so atoso. Unse ewiasensa wo bobibi hu dawuro. Na se obitim be kase wade na wo ye no ebia se ni sei na doubting wo mu a ema wo kran wani nje. But we die ye kwa utim sapa basis ana eni ye ko ye chese nipa wo mu die chi ni ye ko no wo magye atom. No mo konso so ansase na ebetwade ama wo no wo mu nsade ne ye twa ho foni di chom pepe me se ba kokwa ye ko ye ho no ye fra Emmanuel City.
Okay.
Eno kwan so ye di promotion fufura sa ba ye bon dawri. Chese ye kwa na wo mu hwe se di asase no esi da so flat te se park so.
Ne fe.
Na anwe wo so. Na se de ensu tobre mo. Na susu si ya dry. No mani age keke.
Kese flat bi anim.
Me kam kire wo. Wo pani nya agudie. Sem no bi ye central for. Woni say me sitie. Me ba maduna man sisi a.
Na de ye kran so say test case say issue so to
mo
na masa ko mapasa ase ne so. Na wo de wani ehu.
Ye ne yase ye ni atro. Enti nsu tobre mu. An ye bayire ho abodjaro say eni ye nko. Na ko sadi asase no esitie.
Correct.
Papa. It was yam fast dama 1 year. Last 2 weeks omni ye koye. Eni obi biata wa ba beto yen sase ni bi. E won krata asem eye genuine. a titles land just say land title registration for woma registrants as ni nyinada agye atom esanso a service plot eno nso ne say ye dwi so kama ye yi akwan nyina de ato ntemu etinya afei ana bi ato asase ne ma wa eso ye basabasa bi na afa na akwa ye grading na afa na akwa ese me person kom de to de ma ye na amanfo ehwe nipa di achi ene ye kɔ yen sase ne so no nkɔ ese yen sase no esitie obani me say se wonya meto bi atumrika na bra na sa promotion we ye we ya to ne din say susu for land promotion susu for land promotion and say we are government workers and we are yadiama wonom we are government workers mo ya aban adwuma ya bosome ana mo gema katua no mo nso mo mere ana edru soyi sa mo ya asojafo aprosifo NIB enkani BNI for afa national security officers immigration officers navy officers prison officers fire service officers afa nurses and doctors sanso and teachers monso amoya adwuma ewo banks metre bankers mo amoya adwuma moya aban adwuma ya bosome ana mogima katua no mo ana sanhye papai ya yede aba tundi say susu for land ni yede mamu afenso me kan ebia mo ya adwuma ewo private ene mo nso mo ya nkwankwa adwuma bekasa mo nso mo de ene san na mo de anim ana mo nso mo de ene say mo wo groups ahodo it is all groups ahodo a mo nso mo ho no mo ka ho bi mo nso mo fall under this susu for land promotion bi ana fei associations ahodo ekuo ahodo ya mo nso mo wanyumakuo mu ewo Ghana ha mo nyina danso no sa eye promotion we ekọ edemamo ni agoma to extend say yes di kanfa kakra beto ase na say one plot and a individual bia no we di kan di 8,000 ebeto ase Ghana's kafu free 8,000 ayatitis can 80 million we di beto ase ade aka no wopani 2 good years and ye di si wo ediama ni spread ediama mo say muntua ne kakra kom say 2 years ne ebeso na nyame adom na matua de aka no awie enti de atie ne say one plot no eye 32,000 Ghana cedis 32,000 Ghana cedis it is amo kekam ho bom na samo ba betobia individual bia no yeso bia mfa 8,000 Ghana cedis emeto ase enti 32,000 Ghana cedis no with the 2,000 eba beto ase a ebusia ebeka 24,000 Ghana cedis 24,000 Ghana cedis na 24,000 cedis in eno and ye say ye de a whole a year 24 months which is 2 years and this so e the amount na 24,000 aka no what you ne kakra kan tibusumi bia no what the 1,000 Ghana cedis pen beba sir me come chire wo pani imaskon SL Ghana Limited ye ne ye say enmakuo ene omomton sa so Ghana ha ye ne obi ani competition ye ne obi ani ntokwa ye de ye different ye ba se ye beti Ghana for every edan han ene sa wo haw nimu wopani ai ene sa godie
we serious
me see on say obi sam say me serious wopani a wo dead man Mr Hope was so di asempa ye nko ni say na ye ne obi ani competition e wa asase tomu wo de say wo ye salaried worker wo ye aban adwuma ye ni wo je bosom ya katua yesem nkam humom na momra moba obi amfa 8,000 Ghana cedis ni kameto ase na 24,000 aka no 2 years enti busum bia sa wo chichema 1,000 Ghana cedis pe ana wo de beba wopani hwan ne beye woi e wo krom ha e de ama wo e wo ne nsase a wo ton wo bu onuma wo sefa kakra beto ase 3 months 6 months na etwa ba ye de yese ne obi ani competition nyame na asoma ese me esa ade no wo wura obisa me da hwan na kopon so me da ese ko ne ka tro man fon se na me ye no 82 years 2 good years na 24,000 aka no de atua busu me bia 1,000
obi there 3 months 4 months 6 months in there that's how crowd
me say ye
2 good years
ye de any obi any competition 2 good years
wow
24,000 Ghana cedis
wow
fabra you see entimant bia say me kan 1,000 cedis ana wo de beba na nam ye de adom wetim enu 2 years what you 32,000 na awie sounds na sa wo per half plot or penity enu nsi ye betwa e de amount enu so nse e 16,000 Ghana cedis for half plot enu nso de ye ne say yes di kan fa 4,000 Ghana cedis e beto ase what the 4,000 to ase a e beka 12,000 ebusian 12,000 e beka no enu nso ye de 1 year which is 12 months and eso it ends also enu so bu nkonta bosumi bia na e 1,000 cedis na de beba saying
I'm just saying
on Sajo on some and no any idea it must conform and coupon see me and from my Ghana this year. Ya moya bosomi eduma your 4 and I feel groups I would make come wabom 80 ye ebia wudija ana ebia wo yekuani ana ebia wo chese wo pamade wo beka sane yenso hunima na ye say monke kam ho emomfisa mo kwa mo okuo dada wo ko market ye wo bayirefo okuo yewo enyado afuokuo yewo emekofuo kuo nti se akuo ahodo no monkeka mom na momra moba individual bia no se one plot na opa ye say wo dia fa 8,000 momfa meto ase each 8,000 na dia kan yan spread emamo na muntu anse de yaye no no ma memfa no bantu dwa na afa memfa location into dwa ne nko ebusia ye number edikan no eye 0553
0553
840
646
0553 840 646 and now 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and a 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 enti ebusia ye number nie ye nsas na ye bon tawuro no ewo chopoli na chopoli na meka no ewo greater Accra region heyada enkamantama na ewo tema any dowenya kwan so wotra tema na wotra ningo prampram na wotra eye dowenya ukwo nim kakra bi eho ne yensas ne ewo chopoli wo ewo ameka wona kutika international port for mpanifo medical Canada da so mabedi asase yantam we de ne nchen yomba be si new airport city nti oba beto yasase bedubrebe no na wote airport residential area ane ne also pani Reverend Sam Kwanchan Kranso na bohye ewo chopoli no wasi aso dan kese yom ya asori ewo ho ento bi kan yensas ne sumpo ansa no watra no wakosofo ne de ne eso wo pani yensas me say eye titles land essentially a service plot say land status registration for Lands Commission wo ma registrants asini nyinada if it's about me for ade aba committee bisa no ya registrants asini nyinada our Lands Commission edimu ya ye we nkrata nso ade eye adwuma ye honom no land guard sem biata eniho ye free tons asema man for land guard sem ebi no office ye di ehuni ansa ne bedin sase ne afi mfone nsam ne yaton no ye make sure say bibia de na kwam wa abra ye nkobu obi anso emfa so ne nkofa asem bi emfa mere yen an makasi ensase no ye dwi so dada eso ye flat anwea wo so ye se bra ne beto asase na ye ne nkodua anwea ne nton ma ana wo fa anwea ne free no ya sanso atu ensuo ebura e wa asase ne nkyene a eno nso no ensuo ne ye sesa ne free ne fasi udan ye ne o kapre ana dama enkania and a fensun south bedi djuma no ni na ye available ye nsas no ene da nsuom ene da techem no aka se bi nsuo to be yira fawo e wo ye flat se park so enti bomonya bra abusia na wotra Central University kakra bi etra sagleme affordable housing kakra bi a na wadu chopoli bia ye nsas no ewo mami mfa office no to jana mfa no bantu jana yenko ye office no ewo Spinters Road Community 18 Junction ewo enkra heya dam yani allied filling station ya okwan so na dim hwani mu na eyi se wuduru filling station hon mu a abresana ya tundin se Dom Gonzala Plaza ye benke FC baby omuton aduane na abresana first floor eho ana imas comfort ye wo minianom mamutin nsem a ye kan ye ya gumu adiama momra na meton sasene bi associations groups ahodo ne government workers eye promotion ye chance ye enra ɛno ne yɛhyɛ aseɛ yɛyɛ atom kɔpem September 19th ne yɛde akɔ na wie ntɛm srɛ mu abɛnyɛ fɔ momra monyi number ne bio na de aka biara mpɛ sɛ musa no yɛmfa ɛnka mo ho yɛ number edi kan me se ɛyɛ 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited and Sase Papa ni Adam Papa Fie and Homra na meto bi ne bi apono edi amamo ye twen mo ye
no so beboa wo sa no menstrual cramps nyina menstrual regularities ni na beboa sidie ene nkomodie herbal mixture Wedam Pharmacy Ashama Ekus Pharmacy Repash Venture Okanshi Madina Sotium Tony benye bi wo hono 0558639865 0558639865 Ubenya kwekweseru heba ni bi. It's 9:40 ewo eye efie hanom. Aha ana me di eye dwumadie no ebesi. Me ka che ose me fie hanom pe na eye mrantie no atena se. Jolaka ene Medfold Action Group no nyina ebetena se na form the sports no aso abrel. Heavily produced by Richard Apiasapon. Technical Amos Peku Ananse any team in client service Mavis better I say Martin sales and I face on Anama better Munina's news team catch a Kwabana Bedu and I face so Oba Palamisi and I'm in the base in the Kojo Preko Dankwah same time tomorrow message our Hano better must say enjoy your day I hear Juma Panabo my Ghana Ready Bishra one baby on my shop